Do you want to be a lore-accurate trickster in Dead by Daylight? Here's how to do it. First, we need to talk about the lore. Dead by Daylight's All Kill chapter introduces Ji-Woon Hak as a mix between a K-pop star and Patrick Bateman. He craved constant attention from others, and there could never be enough of it. So he was like the type of person who ends up becoming a content creator. Ji-Woon got his start by doing trick shots with throwing knives as a street performer outside of his parents' restaurant. He tricked random white people into thinking that they were watching authentic South Korean culture when he was just a kid throwing knives. This brought a lot of attention to his parents' restaurant, and his parents used all of their profits to send Ji-Woon to singing and dance lessons. He pivoted to music, because that's what everyone who has had any taste of fame eventually does, and started performing at any talent show that he could find, once again just to soak up the attention. This caught the attention of music producer Yoonjin Lee, who recruited him to be a part of a boy band named No Spin. This band was struggling to get off the ground, and Yoonjin suspected that it was because of their squeaky clean reputation and figured that Ji-Woon Hak could provide them with a little bit more edge. Not that kind of edge. Together, No Spin shot up to stardom, but to Ji-Woon this was not enough. All of that attention that should have been his and his alone was being split 5 ways with his bandmates. So, naturally, one day he lit a fire in the recording studio and locked the door so his bandmates all wound up dead by daylight. Yoonjin and Ji-Woon were far too ambitious to not try to profit off of a tragedy such as this, so she helped him rebrand and start a solo career under the name The Trickster. As The Trickster, Ji-Woon gained a reputation as an edgy bad boy pop star with a sensitive interior, writing sad boy songs that made the girls' hearts melt. Now he had all of the attention to himself, but it still wasn't enough. To continue chasing the adrenaline highs of receiving attention, Ji-Woon started abducting fans, recording their screams as he tortured them, and hiding those recordings in his songs. He left a trail of bodies in his wake and always left subtle clues at the crime scenes. He became an internationally infamous serial killer. However, his music career started to decline. Eventually, producers revoked his privileges to write and mix his own tracks. The only producer who stood up for him was Yoonjin Lee, but she was outvoted. And if the Trickster couldn't get famous while hiding the guttural wails of his victims in the background of his music, then what was the point? Ji-Woon Hak planned one final performance in front of all of the producers at Mighty One record label, where he bound them all up, lacerated them as he recorded their screams of pain, and eventually just killed them all. After finishing the performance while Yoonjin was forced to watch, he turned to her to eliminate the final witness. However, before he could finish the job, they were both taken into the realm of Dead by Daylight. From all that, we can tell that the Trickster is a show-off, likes to throw his knives, and likes to make people scream so he can record it and put it in his music. So let's work with that and go from there. To replicate the showing off part, you'll want to use your throwing knives almost exclusively and pick add-ons that will let you hit some really cool trick shots. Trick blades work great for this, so you can go for those ricochet hits. You'll also want to pick perks that make the survivors scream so you can record them for your mixtape. I picked Hex Face of Darkness, Iron Maiden, Infectious Fright, and Ultimate Weapon, though Ultimate Weapon is getting a rework soon, so sorry. You'll want to play an aggressive kinetic round of Dead by Daylight to get as many screams as possible and just be a total show-off. And you'll want to bring a Mori to give that extra oomph to your performance. Aside from that, playstyle doesn't really matter unless there is a Yoonjin Lee in your lobby. If that is the case, you'll want to be a little bit more sympathetic to her since she stuck her neck out for you to the producers, but that does not mean that you let her go. You're simply just saving her for last. So once you finish your round and you've killed all the survivors, you might think, okay, it's all done, we're good. No, your lore accurate round of Trickster is not over yet. Hopefully you were recording the game, because now what you're going to do is you're going to take the recordings of the screams of the survivors that you just killed, and you're going to incorporate them into a mixtape. I myself have a little bit of music production experience. I'm mostly self-taught, but this song that you've heard in the background of this video, yeah, that one. I recorded it in one afternoon on my iPad because I was frustrated that nobody had made a lo-fi version of the Dead by Daylight theme yet. So, using my music production skills and using the music that I have already made and that I already have a license to do, I decided to incorporate those screams very subtly in the background. Hopefully you can hear it, but if you're really listening to it, I think you can hear it. So let's play that track. Okay, once you have done that, now you, my friend, are a lore-accurate Ji-Woon Hak in Dead by Daylight. You are the most lore-accurate a Trickster has ever been. You may as well just move to South Korea and become a pop star at this point, you beautiful, devious son of a bitch. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. My name is Nick. If you like my content, I would recommend you go over to my Patreon. Patrons can see my videos a day or two early. They also have a little bit more say in what videos I make next. But that being said, if you don't want to do that, I totally get it. Just let me know in the comments what lore accurate Dead by Daylight builds you would like to see next. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you later.